Good morning. Good morning. Hello and welcome back. So this morning, let's talk about built-in grinder on your Breville espresso machine. So I'm going to big shout out to Jeremy. Jeremy sent me a lengthy comments yesterday's video. Okay. We are talking about something else on my video yesterday afternoon session, but Jeremy asked about the built-in grinder. Jeremy is having issues, major issues. Okay. According to Jeremy, he's been using for last couple of years, 2 years, and then suddenly, and his grinder speed went down. All right, and so, and also it's not like it used to be. The quality, the grind quality changed. Okay, so let's talk about some potential issues with your built-in grinder. Unfortunately, okay, so this is not a high-end grinder. All right, so this is a pretty good entry-level built-in grinder. So inside is the exact same bird as the Breville Smart Grinder. But I bet you the motor, I'm not quite sure about the motor. I feel like the Breville Smart Grinder has a better motor than this one. I'm not sure, but comes to burrs are identical. Okay, burrs and upper burrs are identical there. So what do you mean by burrs? So most of you already take the parts out, take it apart and clean it. Okay. I mean, if you don't know how to do that, I actually have a video on that as well on my channel. Okay. So these are all the birds. They're identical as a smart grinder. All right. So here's the issue. I use this coffee machine for what? Going on 5 years now. Okay. And the first time I bought it, you know what? You should hear this first, okay? You should hear this. Here's my microphone here. Listen. Okay, did you hear that sound? The problem is, it's not like fresh sound, okay? Kind of like fresh motor. Because before there's a lot more high pitch, more strong. Now it's like tired old man, walking. Let's put it that way. Okay, it's not like kind of like. I mean, it's pretty slow. Okay, I mean it's pretty slow. So how can you fix this? You know what, you can. I know some of my viewers who want to take out the motors and grease it, okay, and refresh it. The fact is, you know what, most of you out there, I mean, no, we don't have time for that. And also, we don't know how to do it. I mean, it's not worth it doing it. But same time, coffee machine still works, right? So it's not worth buying a new coffee machine either, just for the built-in grinder. So you have a lot of options, get yourself, separate grinder, okay? It could be anything. It could be DF out there. It could be, by the way, Joe is on our live chat right now. Joe owns the espresso outlet. Joe has he has a lot of entry level, kind of like grinder, like SK40. So very inexpensive grinders. Even Fellow makes Opus as well. Breville makes one of those Breville ESP. So Breville, Fellow, we got the DF, has a really good entry level, kind of like grinder, the conical grinder. So this is a conical burst. So, but before we talk about that, I'm going to, let's brew some coffee, okay? I'm going to share with you what is going on with what happens when coffee grinder is getting tired, okay? Coffee grinder is getting tired. By the way, if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to live streaming, okay? We got some few people on this morning, and they're on our live chat. So I get to see all your live chat here. Hold on, who is on? We got Joe's on. We have Han-gun from Korea as well. Okay, we have 안녕하세요. And then we have Jesse's on. Ken is on as well. We got Ozone is on. All right, Jesse, I'm not a barista. Obviously, but you make coffee too. I'm not a barista. Okay, we have a first timer. Okay, at the dawn, we have quite a few joiners. So again, welcome to live streaming. All right, we just kind of like kick back, make some coffee in the morning. But sometimes we talk about the same stuff over and over again, but every time I talk about it, I learn something new every single time. And as you guys know, I'm a big fan of single dose. Okay, single dose means I usually measure that 18 grams at a time. So I'm using the 18 gram. I'm using 18 gram basket from IMS. Okay. And what else? Comes to grind settings here. Okay, I'm set it at number 8 right now. Okay, grind size number 8. And you know, let's go over some stuff here. Okay, let's go over some buttons if you're new at this. So we have those amounts, okay? So this dial here, and that's so that's kind of like length of time, how long it's gonna run it, okay? So here's 0, and then if a motor is getting old, or it's not strong enough, or if your burr is getting dull, okay, it takes longer to grind your coffee beans. I used to set up at around like 3 o'clock, okay? Now, I go at number like 6 o'clock now. Times go by. So here's the length of, it's a single cup and double cup, okay? For the grind amount. And I never do single cup anyway. I always do double, okay? So let's put some coffee beans in. And let me show you. Okay, maybe you can hear it at the same time. All right, and you can hear the sound of what the tire coffee grinder sound. All right, I'm just gonna put 18 gram going in. I like to use a 3D dosing funnel all the time. Just lock it in here. I'm gonna put my microphone right next to it so you guys can hear it. Okay, I'm just gonna, here we go. You guys hear that? It doesn't have the power. Very tired. Very tiresome. I'm just gonna tap it in the end. Just make sure I got all the coffee beans out, okay? I mean, I set a number 6 o'clock on grind amounts. That used to be like 3 or 4 o'clock. Okay, so now this is good. And I'm gonna use my homemade WDT tools here. You know, just do some little bit of WDT. Just simple tap. The grind side, you know, grind quality for built-in grinder, they're still decent, okay, I have to say. I just give it a quick tamp here. Joe asked, sounds like gummed up? No, it's not gummed up, okay? I already break it apart already, cleaned it. Yeah, it's just the motor. I'm just gonna use my, it's just stock temper. That's it. And the only thing I use, you know, especially just a puck screen as well. All right. Okay. And then also you guys are going to hear the machine. And it's not quite right, okay? It's not quite right. And then you guys can hear it at the same time. Watch this. Okay. Maybe I can. Maybe we do the close up here. Let's do close up. There we go. I'm not gonna. You know what? Let's time the shot. Okay. I know someone asked me yesterday, "Hoon, why don't you time the shot?" Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we're gonna time the shot. And then we're gonna wait the shot as well. I got my cheap scale from Amazon. So I got my kitchen timer. I got my scale from Amazon. Okay, so here's what I like to do. I like to start the time when I push the button, okay? I'm gonna start my time. We're gonna go manual mode. I'm gonna hold about 5 seconds and let go. Shot looks pretty good there. So this is about 10 bar right there, 10 bar. Let's go 1-to-2 ratio. Let's stop around 35 gram, around 27 seconds. Okay, around 27 seconds and 36 gram. A little bit of channeling. Not bad for built-in grinder. Look at the shot. It's beautiful. Okay. Again, yes, I mean, it is, I feel like the machine is tired, but still performs, all right? So this one going on 5 years, okay? Machine still works, as you can see. And if you start doing the really light roast, yeah, that's a different story, okay? Because I'm using the dark roast right now. But with the lighter roast, it's a lot more dense, okay? Which means you need that more, all right? You need that more, kind of like more power to it. Ken just mentioned about the Breville charges $300 for service. Built-in grinder. Nah, it's not worth it. Okay, 300 bucks. I mean, if you go to Joe's website, you can get an SK40 for what, 250 or so, 2 something. That's much better than this one. Comes to, you know, quality-wise, so yeah. I mean, you know, don't bother servicing it if I were you, okay? Just get yourself a separate grinder. $300, you can get a really nice entry-level grinders everywhere, all right? So make sure to do that. And this, you know, let's try this, okay? Let's try the espresso from built-in grinder, all right? This is about 1-to-2 ratio there. Oh, shout out to Mr. Rainbow for the super sticker. Mr. Rainbow always come through for me. Okay, here we go. Cheers. Okay, has a lot of texture to it. Okay, all right. So now, so there's a lot of I don't want to say potential issues. That's kind of like part of, you know, buying, you know, kind of like consumer slash kind of consumer espresso machine. So this is not like, it's not like exactly like commercial prosumer, okay? I know some people think, you know, more like appliance type. I think more for the appliance, but I mean, that's the best appliance for a coffee machine out there, my personal point of view, okay? You have a lot of control over your coffee machines. The manual modes are fantastic, yeah. But for the longevity, I mean, all depends on how much, because I use this machine heavily for the last 5 years. I mean, heavily. So if you, I know Jeremy say on his comment, used for about a couple years now, and 2-3 years. It depends on what kind of coffee beans you are using. If you are using light roast all the time, you got more torque on your the motor, okay? And so it all depends. All depends on how you use. But as long as it works, all right, as you saw, you can keep using it until, you know, machine is dead, right? So I'm still going. Okay, still going there. Hold on a second, you know, we have, let's see, we got some comments here. Okay, let's see. Johnny Brown say, with as much as Mr. Rainbow saying, you can get the Breville fixed. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I already have 2 machines. Okay, so because I think I'm okay. Hold on a second here. Let's see here. We got the Linda as well. Hold on, you got Linda, Ken. Yeah. That's right. Ken say, yeah, $300 to repair. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah. Okay. I'm not a barista. Say, it's a you taste the difference between espresso with a shaft or without shaft. You know what? Not really. Okay. Shaft has no lot of flavor there. Comes to espresso, maybe filter coffee. If you have a very fine palate, you may difference in with chaff or without chaff, but with espresso, no, definitely not. We have a Crystal say, my second one in 5 years. Okay, 5 years in the two Barista Express is, I mean, they should last at least 10 years for one of them. I know a lot of viewers using for last 10 years, 10 years. Just make sure to do the routine maintenance, okay? That is a key, all right? Replace the burrs, at least once a year. Burr means this, okay? You can replace the bottom, but you can definitely replace the top one, at least once a year. I know some people, hasn't replaced in years, but yeah, replace it, okay? It's only about $30 anyway, in Amazon. Yeah, just make sure, do the routine maintenance. Have some fun with it. Because, again, you know what, since we are here, is there anybody wants to see, pull the shot from Sculptor here? I got 64. If you guys want to see it, let me know, okay? Let me know, and then I can brew with 64 millimeter flat burr. If you do, make sure thumbs up under my video so I can see you guys want to see it, all right? Yeah, so let me know. We have a 7 thumbs up. So if you guys want to see with a 64 millimeter flat burr on using Express, let me know. So I can compare that with Conoco just now. Okay, we have 9 people. Yeah, let's go. Okay, we have 064, 10 thumbs up. Come on, guys, we got 40 people watching. Okay, but meantime, let's get ready. I know you guys want to see it. You know what? You guys never say no, so yeah. Again, if you're joining us for the first time, yeah, welcome to live streaming. Okay, so I'm using, this is the dark roast coffee from Good Brothers. Hold on. Steve said, can't find the thumbs up. It's not the thumbs, just like, I think it's that thumbs up. It's a like button, that's all. Okay, we're gonna go 18 gram here. So this is the Neapolitan, okay, from, I do have a coupon code for that as well. I got 15% off. So, I mean, if you guys want to buy, get the 5-pound bag. I think you can get a better price on it with the discounts, and it's much, I think that's much better value. Okay, so you guys heard the pre-tire grinder, right? So this is like, if you buy separate grinder, sounds something like this. Meantime, I'm going to do a little bit of puck prep here. Just like tap it on the top. And then on the bottom, you got it's called knock box here, knocker. That's it. Okay. I'm going to do one dummy shot here. Okay. Comes to making coffee with the Express. Once you get your routine down, it's pretty simple. All right. I mean, I can usually make coffee in about a couple of minutes. So, but with this, unfortunately, It's not a 54 millimeter, okay? They are 58, okay? So I like to use the dosing funnel. Just put that in, just like so. I mean, as you saw, last couple coffee, I did not do any the RDT. Okay, RDT means the Ross droplet technique. Sometimes people squirt some water on it, use a static. I don't do that on my Breville machines. Okay. Hold on a second here, I'm dropping things here. So with darker roast, look at all the, this is 18 gram, okay? So darker roast will give you a lot more value, all right? So I'm not gonna even do a distribution either. I'm just gonna temp it. That's it. Just temp. Put my puck screen on the top. Lock it in. So let's do the same process. Okay. Let's find out how long it's gonna take. Okay, another cup. We're gonna do a 1-to-2 ratio. Same thing, same as the last time. All right. I'm gonna start my timer here. I'm gonna wait about 5 seconds and let go. Okay, I'm doing the manual mode. Obviously, you're gonna see some challenging on the side because this grinder has not been seasoned yet. So I'm gonna go about 36 gram. About 25 seconds. So it's pretty good still. A lot more crema as well. Okay. Smells pretty good. Let's try this cup. All right. Let's try this cup here. It's not going to be the same as the conical burrs. All right. Cheers. Oh yeah. You know, they're large flat burr, 64 millimeter. Okay, so this is about 40 millimeter conical. So the flat means, you know, it's just like, it's just flat, okay? The taste flat, but give you a nice balance to it, okay? Nice balance. I can taste the dark chocolate as well. Think of conical as, you know, kind of more like milkshake. That's not the right word, okay? It's not the milkshake, but give you a lot more body and texture, okay? Give you a lot more fine, let's put it that way. Give you more fines with conical burrs. So if you're doing like milk-based drink, like espresso, okay, especially a dark roast, you know, it's more interesting, okay, with a conical, okay, give you that, you know, more excitement. But if you're into light roast, right, light roast with a lot of, you know, complex, you know, tasting notes like citrus, like fruit, like stone fruits. What else? Like dark chocolate with raspberry. If you want to taste that, obviously in a large flat burr is better. So this all depends on what you guys like. So ideally, right? So ideally, if you want, I mean, if you really like conical burrs, if you like that kind of style, go with the large conical burrs, okay? But if you want something completely opposite, go with the flat as your second grinder. Hold on, we have Brian has a question. Yes, I haven't changed the inner one. What do you suggest to have outside or inside? You are talking about the burr size, okay? You mean grinder setting? Just go lower, okay? So I mean, hold on. We have a Brian also have a same machine, same grinder, only year old. Works perfect besides these beans, huh? All dependent. You just gotta. There's no magic number for the grind size. Every grinders are different, so yeah, you just have to play with it. All right. I mean, I wish I can. I wish I can give you that magic number, but hold on. Okay, set upper, okay, around 3, outer 7. Stack baskets. Again, the Breville is smart. I mean, that company, I mean, what they did is pretty clever. So they give you birds with adjustable options, okay? You can actually change the birds. The stock number is at number 6 or 5 or 6 as stock, all right? And then if your grind size is not fine enough on the top there, so let's say you're at number 3, all right, number 3, and you don't get enough pressure, right? Pressure means your coffee grind is not, because coffee grind is fine, really fine. If finer, the build up more pressure. Coarser, you're gonna get a less pressure. So if you go along fine, you have to lower your number. If upper is you are out of space, the other numbers, okay? Now you used to be at 7 or 8, you get a 9 bar pressure, 9 or 10 bar pressure. Now you have to go 5 or 6, even 3 to get that same pressure, right? Which means it's the time to change your adjustments, okay? Most likely you have number 6. Maybe go down to maybe like, people recommend go 1 at a time. So 6, 5, 4. If I will, just go down to number 4, okay? Just jump 1 step and then change back to upper 7, okay? 7 or 6 and see what happens, all right? And then that's how you adjust the grind size if you're running out of numbers, okay? So that's how you do it. Okay, hold on. Brian say, okay, dark roast coffee beans, really dark. I don't know what. Okay, sometimes the coffee is really, really dark. I like to increase the grind size. Okay, it all depends, but yeah, I like to go increase the grind size. And also, if you bought your coffee beans from store-bought, if you're dealing with the older coffee, right, a couple months old, doesn't matter what your grind size is, you cannot get that pressure. Okay? So you want to use like somewhat fresh roast coffee, at least a month old, maybe a month or a month and a half. So this machine is really good, medium to dark, medium roast performs pretty well with a built-in grinder, medium to dark. Okay, oily coffee beans, you gotta just make sure you use it and clean it regularly. Okay, if you're using oily coffee beans, I like to do at least every other week. All right, hold on a second. Here we have Peter Pan. Would you recommend Barista Express as your first machine? Or oh yeah, definitely. If you're a first coffee machine, I go with Barista Express as a first machine, hands down. Flare Flow 2, I know it's on sale right now. That should be good for second machine, okay? As hobby, but not for your first, all right? Because, yeah, with the Flare as your first machine, man, that's hard, okay? It's not hard. I mean, it is a hard machine to learn as your first machine. So definitely Breville as first machine. It's cheap enough. Let's put it that way. Okay, they're cheap enough. So, all right. And then why is so hard on the Flare? Peter Pan asked why they're so hard. Because they're a manual machine. Okay, you need to understand how espresso work, and also you need to build a good grinder as well. And so you gotta buy a decent grinder. Also, you gotta learn how to use it, and the workflow. There are tons and tons of videos on it. Look at it, okay? Look at the video, all right? Is that something you want to do? Just make sure or watch the video that somebody show you how to clean it. Okay, so you're gonna see the beginning to end. Okay, because whenever you watch something, they give you this beautiful shot of espresso that looks amazing, but they never show you how to clean. Okay, but you don't know how many try how many try to get that beautiful shot. So yeah, just make sure, do it. Just make sure do your research. Still is on sale. Still it's gonna like $300-400. Flare Pro 2 is Flare the Neo or Flare Flex is about $100, but yeah. Joe does not have patience for the Flare. Okay. All right, let's see here. We have Mr. Rainbow, best upgrade, $800, I think. $800 and up, man. Again, don't forget the grinder. The grinder is so you got the coffee machine is on, but also you need to get a decent grinder as well. So planning on spending about a couple grand. I mean, if you're gonna set your coffee bar properly, minimum $2,000, okay? Unless you're gonna just stick with the Barista Express. If you're planning on having a Barista Express, just keep using it until you save enough money to get a nice setup, and you should be good. And okay, I think we are pretty good for this morning. It's been fun. Hopefully Jeremy watched this video. And yeah, this is a good machine. Okay, 5 years, going on 5 years. I have to say it's been rock solid. Okay, but I do have my Bravo Barista Pro in that corner right there. So, but it is fun to use. All right. Like the Risty, you are going to upgrade a new machine. I already have Lillet Bianca already. Okay, at my coffee desk. All right. And then Steve said, my Discord link. Yes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pin it. Okay, I'm gonna pin my Discord link on my after I finish with our live streaming there. So free to join. Okay, you can join my Discord for free. Just come hang out. Okay, I usually on all the time. Hold on. We have Mark say such difference using. Is it really such difference when using a separate grinder? Is that built-in grinder is so convenient. Okay, I'm gonna put my 3D dosing funnel, put it in there. They're easy. Okay, very convenient, and then you're gonna get a pretty decent shots. Having a separate grinder, right? Having a separate grinder, it's going to up your quality of shots. Okay. Period. All right. How much better? That's debatable, but give you more flexibility. So you can do filter coffee with a separate grinder all the way up. Filter to espresso. Built-in grinder, you can only do espresso. That's it. So you can make Americano with that. But with a separate grinder, you can make, pour over if you wanted to. But how many times are you gonna do pour over? When's the last time you guys did filter coffee, pour over? Okay, like V60 or something. When's the last time you guys did it? So, man, I don't know. Having if you're a coffee hobbyist, I buy the separate grinder to play with. But if you don't care about that, if you eat, again, most of you out there just want to make coffee in the morning, good coffee in the morning and go to work. You do not need a separate grinder, okay? All right. Yeah, you do not need a separate grinder. Because I know people wants to sell you stuff, but there's the two camps. People wants to drink coffee and people wants to enjoy making coffee. Okay. And then, I mean, if you go to espresso outlet, I know Joe. I wonder Joe is still on the live chat, but Joe owns the espresso outlet. He sells all kinds of coffee gears. Okay, tons and tons of coffee grinders, all kinds of coffee gears. You know, you got people like Joe out there. We got Seattle Coffee Gear, a whole bunch. These outlets. Okay, you know, they are made for coffee people. Okay. But I mean, ultimately, you have to ask yourself, how much time you want to spend on making coffee in the morning? If your answer is less than 5 minutes, less than 10 minutes, you do not need separate grinder. You do not need new coffee machine. Okay. All right. So, hold on. We have a. Do you have any recommendation manual grinder for any manual machine? The manual grinder for espresso. Pretty much, you are asking for a manual grinder for espresso. Not really. You know what? Don't. Unless if you're traveling a lot. Okay, if you're planning on making coffee outside of your house. Just get a decent Amazon hand grinder out there. Like any easy presser is fine, timer is fine. I mean, even Joe is selling hand grinder from his website too. So any hand grinder is fine. Just make sure handle. Don't buy cheap ones. Okay. Linda say mid-right hand grinder too. San Anthony makes a mid-right hand grinder. Planning on spending about minimum $100, okay? Minimum $100. But if you spend about $100, you're gonna get a good hand grinder for espresso. Don't buy $30 ones, okay? You're not gonna get any good results. $30, $40 hand grinder, no. But minimum $100. They got a ton of them out there. Get that. You know what? If you go to Amazon, Easy Presso, Timer, whole bunch of grinders. So try it out. Okay, if you don't like it, send it back. Okay, so now you have a lot of options. Okay, Peter Pan say, I bought a $30 grinder, don't work. Don't do it. Yeah, I mean, because one of those $30 hand grinder, it doesn't go fine enough. Okay, they give you what, 3-4 adjustment there? No, you cannot do it. So you want something, give you a lot more options. Okay, a lot more, yeah. Okay, $80 to $100. They're pretty good. Easy Presso, timer on Amazon. I mean, if you have access to Amazon, whatever you are, get it from Amazon because they give you a 30-day return policy on it. If you don't like it, just return it. Okay, there's an easy return. So, I mean, that's what you should do. But if you're doing espresso on hand grinder, don't. It's not worth it. I don't know about you, but man, it's pain. Imagine if you're doing, 1 cup's okay for yourself. But if you make for 2 or 3 cups, that's a long time. All right? Don't do it. I mean, that's my thoughts on it. Peter Pan say it takes about 2-3 minutes. Goodness. At least 2 minutes. Last time I did it. I mean, that was a good exercise. Okay, you gotta grind it, especially espresso. Filter coffee, pour over, takes about maybe like 30 to 40 seconds. That's still long. Okay, don't get me wrong. I mean, 30 seconds. With the machine, just put that. Yeah, just get a machine. All right, just get a machine. I think. Let's see here. You know what? Joe's selling this guy SK40. Okay, they're step-less grinder. It's not a step-less grinder. The step-less grinder has a lot more flexibility than step. Even like Barista is entry level. They're step grinder. Even Fellows are step as well. Even older SD40 was step. And the Varia VS3, they're step-less. Okay. But they're like 350, 375. I think the SK40 is about 2 something, okay? And so they are cheaper, and again the stepless. They're pretty good. I have to say, I've been using it for a while. They're not bad. Okay, have you ever tried? We have Ilan asked, have you ever tried Timer X Lite? Yes, I have it. X Lite. Yeah, they're fine. But I don't know. It seems like the Easy Presso is pretty impressive. Okay, if you're into filter coffee, Easy Presso like GP6, give you a very cleaner taste cup. Yeah, GP6 being pretty nice. So yeah, I mean, again, look at X-Lite is about what, 250? They're pretty pricey. So do your research. Peter Pan said Brazza Encore is more than enough. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Brazza Encores are fine too. Brazza hasn't changed their design in I don't know how many years. So if you want something looking sharp, grinder, they got a ton of them out there. So yeah, look around. Okay, look around. But again, the Brazza Encore is not that cheap either. I don't know, Peter Pan is talking about the Brazza Encore, the entry level, the ESP. It's about $200. And they say good enough for most coffee enthusiasts. Is I don't know about that. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, coffee hobbyist, you want something a little better, all right? Yeah, I mean, if you're a coffee hobbyist, all right, save money and get the grinder. Get the grinder you want, all right? It's definitely worth it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Dave say, I grind 4 espresso or 5 a day. Goodness, 5 a day, that's a lot, buddy. That's a lot. With the Easy Presso, while it's doable, DF83, okay, 83, DF83 is much better, of course, okay. 5 espresso on Easy Presso on hand grinder, man, that's exercise, all right. I never do it, all right, I never. Anyway, it's about 50 people watching on Saturday morning. Welcome to live streaming. Again, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I hope I answered Jeremy's question this morning about the grinder, okay? And so, I mean, this is pretty much my format. If you are joining us for the first time, we just make some coffee in the morning, answer some questions and chit chat, and then we just waste 42 minutes of your time, okay? Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, and see you guys. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is my travel day, okay? Maybe I do tomorrow afternoon session. You're gonna see in different place. So I'm planning on take some time off next couple weeks. So we are on location, okay? We are on location for next couple weeks. A much cooler place than Tucson, okay? Right now it's about what, 7:30 a.m. outside temperature, almost 90 degrees, guys. Okay, almost 90. I think we are pushing 100. 105. It's crazy here. We are living in deserts. We're not supposed to living in desert, right? The invention of air condition, you know, make it possible, but man, it's miserable during the summer. Okay, see you next time.